Elias James Whitmore was born on a rainy October morning in a small town nestled between rolling hills and golden fields. His mother, Caroline, held him tightly as the rain tapped softly against the hospital window. His father, Michael, cried quietly, overcome with emotion. They had waited years for him, and here he was, perfectly whole, with a strong wail and a grip that refused to let go of his father's finger. Even as a baby, Elias had wide, curious eyes that always seemed to be observing the world rather than just looking at it. He was a quiet infant, not prone to tears but more to wonder. The nurses said he had an old soul, the kind of baby who looked at you as if he understood more than he should. Elias's childhood was filled with scraped knees, treehouse forts, and boundless imagination. He loved to build things, Legos, blanket forts, wooden models with his dad. His mother called him her little architect, and by the age of 7, Elias had sketched an entire blueprint of a treehouse he wanted to build. He was kind to others, especially those who didn't quite fit in. In second grade, he befriended a shy new student named Toby who had a speech delay. While others teased, Elias sat beside him every lunch, patient and cheerful. "Everyone needs someone," he told his teacher. At night, Elias would ask big questions: where do stars go when they die? Or do people remember dreams after they die? His parents were often amazed, and a bit worried, by how deeply he thought for someone so young. Adolescence brought challenges. Elias grew tall, lean, and quiet. The playful boy became introspective, often lost in books, music, and drawing. He clashed with his father over expectations. Michael wanted him to focus on sports and academics, Elias wanted to pursue art and architecture. The tension created a wedge between them, one that neither quite knew how to cross. He faced his first heartbreak at 16 with a girl named Lena who shared his love of poetry. Their romance ended in tears and unanswered texts, and Elias retreated further into himself for a time. Yet it was also during these years that Elias won a regional art competition for designing a sustainable community center. It gave him confidence, and a glimpse of the man he could become. His mother beamed with pride. "You don't have to be like anyone else, Elias. Just be you." At 18, Elias left home for college in the city to study architecture. He shared a cramped apartment with 2 roommates and worked part-time at a bookstore. He fell in love with the pulse of city life, the blend of cultures, street food, buskers, and towering skyscrapers. He met Maya in his 3rd year. She was a photography student who wore vintage jackets and asked strange questions like, "If your soul had a color, what would it be?" They talked until dawn the first night they met, and weeks later, they were inseparable. After graduation, Elias was hired by a prestigious firm. He and Maya moved into a loft with brick walls and a rooftop view of the skyline. Life was challenging but sweet. They didn't have much, but they had each other. Elias and Maya married under a canopy of lights in the park where they had their first kiss. Not long after, their daughter, Lily, was born. Holding her for the first time brought Elias to tears. "Now I understand," he whispered to his own father, now gray-haired and softened by time. "I finally get what it means to love someone before they even exist." Professionally, Elias rose quickly. He designed schools, libraries, and green spaces, places meant to bring people together. He believed architecture should heal, not just impress. His most renowned project was a memorial garden built for a community recovering from tragedy. It became a place of peace, reflection, and hope. He taught design part-time at a local university and mentored young students, always reminding them that buildings weren't about ego, they were about people. By his late 60s, Elias had stepped back from firm leadership. He spent more time painting, gardening, and spoiling his grandchildren. Maya had grown silver-haired and graceful, and they still danced in the kitchen while dinner simmered. His relationship with his father had healed long ago, and when Michael passed, Elias gave a heartfelt eulogy about fathers, forgiveness, and learning to see the world through someone else's eyes. Elias started writing a memoir, part life story, part love letter to Maya, architecture, and the beauty of imperfect moments. Elias passed away quietly in his sleep at the age of 84, in the same town where he was born. He had just finished a painting titled Light Through the Leaves, a gift for his granddaughter's wedding. At his funeral, friends, family, students, and colleagues gathered to honor a man who never sought fame but left an indelible mark through kindness, creativity, and quiet wisdom. A bench was placed in the memorial garden he designed, with a plaque that read, "Elias James Whitmore, builder of dreams, believer in people, architect of light." And somewhere beyond time and memory, The boy who once built forts out of blankets was now part of the foundation of something everlasting.